This is what you would call your idyllic Caribbean beach, and Barbados has them in spades. I'm at Bottom Bay, which is on the south coast of Barbados. There's lots more like this. And then on the west coast there are the calmer beaches as well, all with this gorgeous powder white, very soft sand. But it's not just about beaches here in Barbados. There's so much more to see and do and explore. The most easterly of all the Caribbean islands, Barbados is relatively flat and easy to explore. As you drive around, street, town and parish names will seem familiar, plenty to remind us of the close links the island has long had with Britain. You can, of course, hire a car and explore independently, or join an island safari guided tour. Touring in small groups with an entertaining commentary from your driver is a great way to see and learn more. Whether you make your own way here or you join one of the island safaris, you have to come to the East Coast. It's spectacular. It's such a contrast from the more gentle and pristine West Coast. Behind me now is probably the most famous spot, and that's Bathsheba. People come down here for some surfing, just to walk along the lovely beaches. Really spectacular part of the island. As well as scenery, there are lots of interesting places to visit for a half or full day excursion. The capital Bridgetown, for instance, is a must for shopping and sightseeing. If you're interested in history, there are plenty of museums and the impressive Parliament buildings. Heading into the interior, there are famous viewpoints to stop off at, nature reserves and lots of lovely gardens. My personal favourite is Hunt's Garden. Owner Anthony Hunt showed me round. So Anthony, these gardens are beautiful. Tell me about them. Did you set them up yourself?
Set these up 4.5 years ago, and basically the thing that took the time was getting the 60 steps down to the bottom.
These are magnificent trees.
Those are royal palms or cabbage palms, and all the plantation yards have them. And there's mango, there's avocado, golden apple, and a few citrus still here from the turn of the century, because this is a working plantation.
Right.
Harrison's Cave in the central uplands is another popular attraction. A guided tour by tram takes you through the crystallised limestone cavern. It's very impressive, especially when you learn these caves were only fully discovered and mapped in the mid-1970s.
As well as the natural attractions, there are so many places of historical interest, none less than this. This is St Nicholas Abbey. It's one of only 3 Jacobean mansions left in the Western Hemisphere. It was built in the 17th century and they preserved the interior really nicely. And now, I have to say, making some amazing rum. It's well worth a visit.
Barbados is not a big island, so everything is easily accessible wherever you stay. That said, there are some clear choices to be made when it comes to location, as Hamish Watson, General Manager at the Treasure Beach Hotel, explains.
Well, Barbados is essentially 2 islands in one. You've got the south coast, which is where it all started. And you've got the smaller hotels, you've got what has actually become the place with all the energy and the action, and it tends to attract a younger crowd.
Yeah.
West Coast, you've got sophistication, you've got the fantastic restaurants, you've got, I should say, amazing beaches both places, but totally different ambience and feel.
This West Coast is packed with famous name hotels. Sandy Lane comes to mind for me, but there are others, aren't there?
Indeed there are. There's Coral Reef, of course. There's Sandpiper, belonging to the same family. You've got Cobblers, which is a member of Brilliant Chateau. And dare I say, you've got Treasure Beach.
The island has its fair share of all-inclusives too, and some of them are pretty classy affairs. I'm here at Turtle Beach on the south coast. It's manager's cocktail party tonight. The atmosphere is lovely, and there's a choice of 3 restaurants here. One of them is an award-winning one too.
When it comes to dining, in Caribbean terms, Barbados is in a league of its own, from casual family-style venues right through to world-class gourmet restaurants. One unmissable experience is lunch at Fisher Pond Great House. This is actually a private home, which owners Rain and John Chandler open to guests for an award-winning plantation buffet every Sunday. Rain told me what inspired them.
We wanted to do something that would have been around when we were young people in the Caribbean. And so we decided to do this, sort of traditional West Indian Sunday lunch. Both John and I are sort of avid collectors of antiques. The plates that you eat off could be from when the British Regiment were here, and we've got all sorts of glassware and so on, and we do use them.
I think I must have tasted every one of the 40 dishes or so that you provide. It really is delicious.
Good.
As well as fine dining, there are lots of less expensive options for both food and drink. Rum shops, for instance, are a Bajan institution. Where better to find out about the best local brand?
So which is the best rum that I should drink today?
Mount Gay.
The Mount Gay? That's made here in Barbados?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, Mount Gay, please.
The logical place to end our island tour is back down on the beach. This is, after all, where most people will spend a big chunk of their holiday.
I've been to Barbados many times, and every time I come I find something new, and this trip's been no exception. It is that sort of place. You know, the beaches are the obvious attraction, and they really are fantastic, but there's so much more to explore, and it really is worthwhile getting out and about and discovering some of the hidden secrets of this amazing place.